Good morning, YouTube. It is the day of my trip that I'm leaving to go to DC today. I just wanted to follow up with like a makeup tutorial and just tell you about what I did to my hair and what's going on with my hair. It is currently 8 a.m. on Sunday, December 20th, and I plan to upload this right before I go. So the next video you see will actually be the vlogs from the actual trip. Like I mentioned in the video where I show you what I packed and what I'm taking and all that. If you want to see more of my trip experience, then you definitely need to check me out at Oh So Berry Sassy on my Snapchat and my Instagram. But let's get into what's going on with my hair. So last night, which it's growing by the way, it is very healthy. I'm loving it. It's just in that awkward stage right now. Like it's falling really weird, as you can see. I've got kind of like a mushroom head going on, but once it dries, it should shrink up. We'll see. But last night, I clarified my hair doing an Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay Mask, and this is calcium bentonite clay. I looks like this. You guys know how much I love this stuff. It's great for clarifying and it's great for adding definition, and I feel like my hair is most defined when it's most clarified and clean. So I did that on my face and on my hair. Left it on for about 15 minutes. And then I deep conditioned overnight using, oh, I left it in the bathroom. Let me get real quick. I deep conditioned overnight using the Shea Moisture Superfruit Complex 10-in-1 Renewal System with marula oil and biotin. So I left this in my hair overnight. I went in about like 9 or 10 p.m. and I rinsed it out at like 7:30, 7:15. So it was in there for quite a while, but I just literally put a plastic bag over my head, tied down the edges, put my satin bonnet over the top, and went to sleep. And this thing is amazing. Like my hair felt so soft and just moisturized and happy. So that was my first time trying out this hair mask, which I deep conditioned overnight with. After I rinsed that out, I went into styling and I did something I normally don't do, which is use a leave-in conditioner. And I wanted to try out the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen, Grow, and Restore Leave-In Conditioner with shea butter, peppermint, and keratin, which looks like this. I recently picked this up. So then I went in with this as my leave-in, and I didn't really apply a lot. This is very like runny, like it will spill out. I didn't apply a lot. I did apply it generously though, but it wasn't like seeping out because I have low porosity hair. And as you can see, it's not as white as it normally is sometimes when I use like a leave-in, so my hair absorbed it quite nicely. And when I put that leave-in on, it did add more definition to my hair, but not as much definition as what you're seeing right now, because after I applied the leave-in, I went in with my Eco Styler Moroccan Argan Oil Gel, which you know that I love, and which is like, I only have, oh, excuse me, about a fourth left of this gel. I've used a lot. I got this in the summer, so it's lasting me quite a long time. So that's what is going on with my hair. As you can see, it's super moisturized, super defined. It's really soft. It's shiny. It looks healthy. Goodness gracious, my voice. It looks healthy. Like I said, it is hanging a weird way because my curls in the back are looser than in the front, and in the middle and like kind of on the sides are tighter than around the very perimeter. So it's like in this weird mushroom shape right now. I just kind of let it fall how it wanted to. And I can shape it as it dries with a pick and with my hands. But that's what's going on with my hair. As you can see, I think it looks really good. And as for how long it is, we are at nose length. So it's falling right in between my nose and back here. We're just like at the neck still, not quite to collarbone. So it's definitely growing. I'm just loving the definition and the shine and the health of it. So that's what I did to my hair. So now it's time to go on to my traveling makeup, and I already told you today's going to be powder only because it looks good, it lasts long, it's easy to touch up, it's kind of a no-brainer, and by doing powder only it's going to let me know what brushes I need to take on my trip. What I'm drinking this morning is something new. This is a cappuccino mix, sweet and salty caramel from Indulgio. And this is one of my roommate's Keurig cups, and I really wanted to try it because she said it was really good. And you don't need to add any creamer or sugar to this. Like, it's already made, so it's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. But let's go ahead and get into the makeup. So I want you to see I have all my makeup like on my bed over here next to my pillow, already packed up. So I know if I'm missing anything, I'll know because I'm going through the process now. So my face, it just has castor oil on it. That's all that's on my face. So we're going to go ahead and take out the Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder. In shade 218, and that's going to be my foundation for the day. And I'm going to bring this BH Cosmetics 117 angled flat top brush with me to apply this. Yeah, my hair's doing something funky. Look at it. It's cute though. It's just doing something weird. And we're just going to press this into the skin all over. And if you have more to cover than I do when it comes to like powder only, you can always use a bit of concealer before you go in with the powder. Or you could do one layer of powder and conceal those little spots that you want to conceal, and then continue with another layer of powder for additional coverage. And I wanted clear skin for my trip, but that's not in my plans. For some odd reason I'm breaking out. That's okay. I'm not really stressed. I'm just like been working a lot. And I just kind of haven't been feeling too well, but like it's not like flu, sickness, or like a stomach virus, anything like that. Like I just haven't been feeling well. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's been strange. But I'm literally just pressing this into the skin. You guys already know how much I love my powder only routine. And I usually start on this cheek because my cheeks are the places where I have the most to hide and cover with all my acne scars. And as of right now, acne. And I go over my eyelid as well. And I love this powder even though it is a little bit deeper than my skin tone. I'm going to highlight with my L'Oreal True Match powder. And I'm currently here alone in my apartment. My roommate that lives like right next to me in apartment B, she just left, or room B I should say, she just left this morning. So, and I'll be leaving today, but I'll be back Tuesday, and I don't know if anyone's going to be here or not. It doesn't really matter, but sometimes it does get lonely, especially if I have like the entire day off and I'm literally just like sitting in the apartment all alone. doing nothing all day. But I made a list of people to go visit during this break, so hopefully I'll get a chance to see all those people if they're not too busy doing things with their families and their significant others, etc. But I'm probably going to be working like every day once I get back, which I'm not complaining about. I love working at Sephora. I really do enjoy it. It's been amazing. Love, love, love it. So you're just going to build this powder up until you get the look that you desire. I'm going to keep it pretty simple and basic today, kind of. I have no idea what our plans are for tonight. I'm excited to take a taxi. I'm trying to think, when's the last time I took a taxi alone? You know, I can't even remember. Was it in Seattle? No. No, it was when I went on the cruise in 2013. I was like, I had to take a taxi to the cruise ship place. Yeah, that's right. Because I had that super nice guy. Yeah, and we had a whole conversation. He was from somewhere. He wasn't from the United States. He was super awesome, super funny. I'm just making sure that I blend this into the neck and the chin area. I'm also doing powder because it's very long lasting and long wearing on my skin. At least this powder specifically is. And it will also absorb any oils that may come out during the day, which I don't expect to get too oily. I'm not going to be sweating or anything like that. I shouldn't be, because I'm not going to be in a rush, because I'm getting there very early because it's holiday season. I'm getting to the airport like 3 or 4 hours before the plane actually even takes off, because I do not want to go through what I went through when I went to Seattle, missing my flight, having to wait until the next day to catch the next available flight. Like, it just threw my plans all off, and it was just absolutely terrible. So, yeah. I just want something that's going to look good. It's easy to touch up. Easy to apply. Photographs well with flash and photographs well in natural light. Just makes me look nice and even and flawless. And I always apply this powder to moisturize skin. Like, I need some sort of moisture on my skin for the actual powder to like stick and adhere to, which is why I like to use castor oil. And which is why I'm bringing a little bit of it with me on my trip. Brushing through the brows. Alright, so that is foundation applied. Now let's go ahead and highlight. And to highlight, like I said, I'm going to use my L'Oreal True Match powder in C6 Soft Sable. And I'm going to use the same brush. How did I get powder all over my hand? The struggle. Okay. And I'm going to use the same brush. Excuse me. It's kind of chilly in here. But I turned my heater off because I didn't want to get overheated and then start feeling sick. Alright, so I'm literally just patting this in to the skin, quite generously. And what we're going to do is we're highlighting like we would highlight with a concealer, like a liquid or a cream or anything like that. I'm applying it in those places, going up the bridge of the nose a little bit, the sides of my nose. And what I'm going to do is I'm applying it quite heavily because we're going to let it bake. And we're going to do a little bit of reverse. And this will help to lighten it up as well. The whole look of the foundation, because it is a little bit deeper than me. Only just a little bit. So we're doing the same thing to the other eye. Just highlighting it, applying this powder quite generously. Making sure to really press it into the skin. And you can already see the shape taking place in the face. And this is just so much faster than like liquids or anything like that. It's really, really easy and fast to do. And we're doing kind of that triangle of light, so I'm going over the eyebrow area as well. Not going too high up on the forehead because we do not want to highlight my large forehead. We want that to recede. Going over the eyelids as well. As you can see, I'm keeping that line quite low. Just going right above the brows. Really have that triangle right there. A little bit on the Cupid's bow area. I am planning to wear a nice metallic lipstick for my traveling today. A little bit on the chin. Don't want to highlight the chin too much because it is breaking out. And then of course, the bridge of the nose, which I'm just going to pat down like so. And this basically does all my highlighting and contouring for me using just foundation, a powder foundation, and a lighter powder foundation. I think this is like really, really simple and it looks really, really natural. So of course we're going to have to let this sit and marinate. And I'm putting my brush away because that's one of the brushes I know I'm going to take for sure. And now we're going to go on to the eyebrows. Actually, let's go on to the eyes, the actual eyes. So the two palettes I'm taking on my trip are my Urban Decay Shadow Box palette and my Smashbox Full Exposure palette. Oops, and I just dropped it. Hopefully it survived. Yeah, it did. The brush came out though. Alright, so for eyes today, I think I'm literally just going to apply Lost all over the lid. And hopefully I don't get lost today. Ha 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 ha. Just cleaning off my brush. And I'm using an e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush as usual. Again, I'm taking this color called Lost. And it's just a really pretty, cool tone, like bronze color. And I'm applying it all over the lid. Another reason why I wanted this palette is not only because it has nice lid colors that are somewhat neutral. These shadows last a really long time. You don't need a primer with them. Like, they look awesome all day, no creasing. I'm taking this all over the lid and I'm kind of blending it out into the crease just a little bit, because I don't think I'm going to add any other shadow to the lid area. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is well blended. I have the shape that I want. And I'm also going to apply this on the bottom lash line using the same brush. That's another thing about traveling. You want to take as minimal amount of brushes as possible, so if you can multitask, do it. So that's how that's going to look. I think that's going to be really nice, pretty, easy, simple. And it's only 8:21 a.m. so I think I'll actually be able to make it to church today, because literally all I have to do is put on my clothes, which aren't exactly church appropriate. Well, they're not inappropriate, they're just not dressy. It's way casual, but they'll understand that I'm gonna head to the airport, like right after this. I kind of don't want to drive because I don't have a lot of gas in my car. So if I have plenty enough time, I may literally just walk over there in the cold, which I like walking in the cold. It just makes me feel alive. And it will give me a chance to test out my clothing for DC. The church is only a mile away. If you're wondering, like, she gonna walk to church. Yeah, the church is only a mile away. Like, it's not far. It's like for me, it's like a 13-minute walk. And I may just have somebody bring me back to Winthrop if I walk there. That actually sounds like a nice idea. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing to the side, just applying it to the lid, going into the crease just a little bit, blending out the edges, making sure I have the shape that I want my eyes to have. I'm going for like kind of a soft cat eye. And I got some powder where it doesn't need to be. Or some eyeshadow, rather. I'm just going in and really making sure that it looks how I want it to look. Now I'll do the bottom lash line on this side with the same color called Lost. Then got some in my eye. Happens like every single time, actually. Alright. Make sure I take this brush with me for the eyes. I'm also going to highlight the inner corner of my eyes using the color Sin from this palette, which is that nice light shimmery pink. It looks really, really pretty in the inner tear duct. And I'm using this small Postal Scents brush that I normally use to apply things to the inner tear duct area. And by doing this, it just really like accentuates the almond shape of my eyes. and it makes me look awake and alert. And it helps to add to like the cat eye-ness of the look. But those are the only two eyeshadows I'm going to use. So make sure I put away my palettes now because we don't need any more eyeshadows. Put that brush in there. I know I'm also going to need a fluffy crease brush, so I'm going to make sure I bring one of those. And that should be it. I've got a lid brush, an inner tear duct, small detailing brush, and a fluffy crease brush. And that should be all that I need for my eyes. Now let's go back to the face. This powder has been sitting long enough, so now what I'm going to do is take this flat top brush that has nothing on it, and I'm going to go in and blend everything out. So that there's no excess powder and no harsh lines. And there you can see how my face is like slightly highlighted. Ever so subtly. Give my hair a shake. Alright, on to the rest of the face. I don't really want any blush or any highlighter, so I'm just going to use my ebony bronzer. Brown. I'm going to use my CoverGirl Queen bronzer in ebony bronze and this fluffy brush to apply it, because this brush can be used for blush, it can be used for contour, it can be used for anything. It's a multi-purpose brush. So I'm going to apply this bronzer like it is a blush slash contour. And it has a lot of warmth to it, and it has some shimmer in it. So it kind of does everything at one time. So I'm just going to do that on both sides. Like I said, I was going to keep it kind of simple. Slight work on the face today. Making sure to really get those apples. And blend it back. It's going to add warmth. Like I said, it's kind of like blush, bronzer, highlight all in one because of that shimmer. It's got some warmth to it. And I'm also following that line where I would contour as well. So there's that. And just to balance it all out, I'm going to put some right above the brow area. And just a little sweep across the forehead and a little bit down the sides of the nose. Not much. because this reads very warm on me. So we're just going to do a little bit in those places. Ooh. My nose is looking very wide today. I just don't want any gaps. Alright. So that is it for the skin. Just going in and making sure that there are no harsh lines. Alright, so the skin is done. I think I have all the brushes that I'm gonna need while I'm away. So next would be mascara, brows, and lips, and I'm just gonna finish up this cappuccino real quick. Show you the lip color and then do my eyelashes off camera. I'm gonna wear the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay. And the lip color I'm going to wear today is from Kat Von D, and it's called Wolf's Mouth, and I really, really like this color. And of course I need to do my brows. So I'm going to do my brows in my mascara off camera, but I am going to show you the lip color right now. Like I said, I'm going to be wearing the color Wolf's Mouth from Kat Von D. And it's a beautiful metallic purple. Which matches my outfit perfectly. I'm really building it up. Because her lipsticks tend to absorb into my lips real quick, and I don't want to have to reapply a ton. So that's that lip color. Beautiful. It really adds to the look. Gives a nice pop of color. And like I said, I'm going to do my mascara and eyebrows off camera. So this is like my completed travel makeup look. It is a little more on like the glam side, and that's because I know I'm going to be taking lots of pictures, and like as soon as we land, I'm going to be hungry and I'm going to be wanting to go out to eat somewhere. We're probably just going to take the cab to her place and then decide what we're going to eat. Maybe do a little bit of sightseeing tonight because she has to work tomorrow, so we'll figure it all out when we get there. May just take a walk around, you know, DC, because she lives like right near like the White House and Washington Memorial and all that stuff. So I'm real excited, and I just want to make sure that I kind of am ready. Like I don't really need to do anything extra before we go out to feel like picture ready. So this is the look. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, to keep up with what happens on my adventures, follow me on my social media at Oh So Very Sexy. And I will see you when I return. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And have a very happy holiday season.